With current fertilizer shortages, there has never ever been a better time than right now to start your composting journey.
Not only can you save a ton of money and supercharge the results from your garden, you also remove the stress of trying to source commercial fertilizers, and you gain freedom by removing your reliance on corporations to find that fertilizer.
Vermicomposting, or composting with worms, is cheap, easy, and accessible to everyone. After your initial investment, it is free to maintain, and we are going to show you how to get started.
And be sure to stick around to the end, because we're going to give you a bonus tip to make that compost go even further.
Now let's talk price tag. For the system we're going to show you how to build today, it will cost you $37. Now compare that to a 10-pound bag of good quality organic fertilizer. That's going to start around 25 bucks. So for $12 more, you are getting free fertilizer for life.
Now let's get into the material list. You're going to need a tote. We recommend at least 14 gallons, but not more than 20 if you're just starting out. A drill with any size drill bit, but again, we recommend a 1/4 inch size drill bit.
You're also going to need some shredded paper, green waste, Coco Coir, which is optional, and worms. We like to get our worms from Uncle Jim's Worm Farm, and we will leave a link for you in the description below.
Last but not least, you're going to need an old t-shirt or old towel and some water. First, we're going to drill our ventilation holes. You're going to go around the top of the bin every 3 to 4 inches or so and put a line of holes all the way around the top. With the lid, you're going to go around the outer ring, same spacing, about every 3 to 4 inches.
The first thing we put down in our bin is Coco Coir. This is an optional step, but we highly recommend it because it really jumpstarts your colony to have a great success. If you are not putting in Coco Coir, go ahead and put your shredded paper in. You're looking to have about 3 inches of bedding along the bottom of your bin. After your bedding is in, it is time to add your worms. To add your worms, you want to keep them all bunched together in the middle of your container. Make a small well, dump them out so they're all together. Worms really like to be close together, and they will spread out on their own once they've been introduced into their new home environment. Your third layer, whether you are using Coco Coir or shredded paper as your first layer, will be shredded paper. Spread this evenly across the top of your worm. Once your paper's in, it's time for the green waste. For our bin today, we used a mix of cauliflower and coffee grounds. Coffee grounds are a great addition to your worm bin. Not only are they great for the soil, but they act as grit for your worms, which help them produce castings even faster.
Once your green waste is spread out on the top, you're going to take your old t-shirt or towel and lay it over the entire thing. Finally, you're going to put your water on top. Now this part's very important. You'll notice we did not put any holes in the bottom for drainage. This is because if your substrate is properly watered, you do not need to drain it. Worms can live in about 80 to 90% liquid, but they don't need to. So you're going to want to keep it at around 30 to 40%. If you can pick up a clump and squeeze it, you don't want any water to come out. If it feels wet, but it doesn't drain, you're good to go.
And that is it. A quick 20-minute project, great for the family. It is cheap, it is easy, and it will get you the most beautiful, rich black gold to feed your garden.
To reiterate, it seriously is free once you get it up and running. You are using kitchen scraps and cuttings from your garden to feed this bin.
And now it's time for that bonus tip. But first, if you have learned anything today, please go ahead and hit that like button for us. And the bonus tip of the day is you can take these castings and make it into a compost tea.
And the beautiful thing about that is not only do you get a supercharged, nutrient-rich tea that you use to water your plants, you can also use the castings that you use to make the tea by spreading them around the topsoil and watering them in as well.
Not only can this compost tea be used in traditional soil-based gardens, but they are also excellent for hydroponic systems as well.
We'll have 2 videos coming up showing both of those things. 1, how to make the compost tea, and 2, how to use it in a hydroponic system and save even more money and water.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. My name's Katrina.
My name's George.
This is the Frederick Family Acre. We appreciate you being here. We know your time is valuable, and we love that you chose to spend it here with us. We'll see you back here for some more gardening and homesteading tips soon.
Once your green green I have green whisk. All right.
All right. Vermicomposting, or composting with worms, is cheap, easy, and affordable to everyone. All right. I got it. We're good.
Okay, we're focusing.
We're focused.